Miracles of Your Mind by Joseph Murphy. Have you ever dreamed of unleashing the true potential hidden within you? Imagine for a moment that you hold the key to turning your wildest dreams into reality, using a force that already dwells within your being. We are about to embark on a fascinating exploration towards understanding that secret power that resides within you, capable of revolutionizing your existence in ways you never thought possible. Together, we will journey through a realm where positive thinking and self-suggestion become your most powerful allies on the journey of personal transformation. We will guide you through the discovery of how beliefs and internal dialogue are not simply mental pastimes, but living forces that shape your daily reality. We will share techniques and practical advice to attract success, well-being, and happiness. This path doesn't just teach you how to achieve personal or professional goals, it is an invitation to rediscover and reinvent the world around you. You will learn to harness the unexplored power of your subconscious mind to break down obstacles, free yourself from the chains that limit you, and create the life you have always dreamed of. Stay with us until the end of the video. Welcome to the dawn of your mental miracles. This video book is a summary of the original work. You can find the complete book published by the author at the link in the description of this video. Before continuing with the viewing, we ask you to support us by subscribing to the channel and activating the bell. Stay with us until the end of the video and let us know what you think. Thank you. But how exactly does our mind work? Although unique, it manifests itself through two distinct aspects, each with its own characteristics and capabilities. These two phases of the mind, one objective and the other subjective, operate both independently and in synergy. The objective mind, focused on the external world, is our bridge to the surrounding reality, learning through observation, experience, and education thanks to the five senses. This is the guide that orients us in the environment, allowing us to assimilate knowledge and navigate life. The key to our being, that spark that ignites the immensity of our abilities, is contained in reasoning, the most vital function of the conscious mind. Have you ever walked the streets of Los Angeles, letting experiences and observations shape your perception? Through the five senses, those infallible tools of knowledge, the objective mind guides us in interpreting the surrounding environment. This is how, observing lush parks, imposing architecture and flowering gardens, we come to the conclusion that Los Angeles is a city of unprecedented beauty. But the journey within ourselves reveals an even more extraordinary power. A power that, once understood and used wisely, can radically transform our existence. Great minds like Edison, Ford, Marconi, and Einstein have already trod this path, harnessing the power of the subconscious mind to reach previously unimaginable heights of success and innovation. Their ability to activate and direct the forces of the subconscious marked the difference between the simple dream and its realization. Beyond simple knowledge, there is a powerful dynamo within each of us, ready to free us from tensions and frustrations, to reveal an abundant energy capable of vivifying every aspect of our being. When the conscious mind surrenders to relaxation, the latent wisdom of the subconscious emerges with flashes of inspiration, offering us solutions to problems that seemed insurmountable to us. How many nights have you searched for answers, entrusting your subconscious with the task of finding a solution that seemed magically clear in the morning? "The night brings advice," says an old adage, and how much truth lies in these words. Whether it is waking up exactly at the desired time without the need for an alarm clock, or a mother awakening at the slightest cry of her baby while the roar of a thunderstorm does not disturb her, the subconscious mind is always alert, always ready to respond to our deepest needs. It's time to explore these depths, to embrace the limitless potential that lies dormant within us. Are you ready to discover the energy and vitality that can transform every aspect of your life? Have you ever contemplated the miracle that is our mind? A single entity, yet divided into two extraordinary functions, the conscious and subconscious mind. The conscious mind, That part of us that interacts with the outside world is dictated by what we perceive through our five senses. It is logical, rational, and deals with analyzing the objective information that surrounds us. But then, there is the other side, the mysterious realm of the subconscious mind. This part of us transcends the boundaries of the known, perceiving the world in ways that go beyond the five senses. It is the place where our deepest emotions reside, the beating heart of our true passions and desires. The subconscious has the extraordinary power to perceive beyond the visible, to listen without the need for ears, to travel beyond physical boundaries, to discover distant truths, and even to read other people's thoughts with disarming precision. Understanding the synergy between the conscious and subconscious mind is critical to unlocking the true potential that lies within us. This is where the art of true prayer lies, an internal dialogue that goes beyond words, transmitted through the power of feelings directly to the heart of our essence. In this intricate ballet of consciousness, the subconscious mind acts as a fertile ground, ready to welcome the seeds of our thoughts and beliefs. Like receptive soil, it does not discriminate, does not judge, but simply accepts and makes everything planted within it flourish. The beliefs rooted in the conscious mind then become the maps by which the subconscious navigates, transforming thoughts and desires into tangible realities in our lives. Remember, what we hold to be true and accept deeply into our being, our subconscious mind will transform into conditions, experiences, and events that reflect those beliefs. The intimacy of this dialogue between the two minds is the key to manifesting the life we desire, guiding the subconscious through the emotions and feelings we emanate. This is the journey to self-understanding, a path that invites us to explore the hidden depths of our essence, to discover and unleash the unlimited power that is just waiting to be awakened. Imagine a ship sailing the majestic waves of the sea. In command, there is a captain who, from the bridge, gives precise orders to the men working in the engine room, the beating heart of the vessel where boilers, measuring instruments, and complex mechanisms are located. Those who operate in this living space neither see the horizon nor know the destination. Their guide is trust in the captain's directions, which relies on instruments such as compass and sextant to navigate. An error in these instructions could lead the ship towards unwanted courses, demonstrating how crucial the direction taken by the command is. Advancing towards the vast ocean of our mind, we arrive at the chapter dedicated to the indissoluble link between the subconscious mind and health. In an age where interest in mental therapies transcends global borders, we are gradually awakening to the healing powers hidden in the depths of our minds. It is a universally recognized principle that faith, regardless of its nature, possesses a thaumaturgical force capable of performing surprising healings. Centuries ago, Paracelsus intuited its essence, asserting that whether the objects of our faith are real or imaginary, the effects produced are tangible and verifiable. Through explorations and testimonies collected in healing sanctuaries scattered from one end of the planet to the other, from Japan to India, from Europe to the Americas, a single, incontrovertible principle emerges. Faith is the driving force of every healing process. Understanding this intrinsic duality in our mind, with the subconscious always open and receptive to the power of suggestion, opens horizons of possibility in managing our health. Science has proven that the subconscious mind not only regulates our emotional conditions, but has a direct impact on the physical functions of the body. Symptoms of various diseases can be induced or alleviated through suggestion in hypnotic trance states, highlighting the power of the mind in shaping our physical reality. This leads us to reflect on the vast potential of prayer therapy, not as a mere act of faith, but as a scientific tool that acts on the subconscious to positively influence our health. The landscape of psychosomatic medicine, which explores the connection between the psyche and physical manifestations of diseases such as arthritis, asthma, and other conditions, invites us to consider a holistic approach to healing. This approach aims to treat the root causes of disorders, rooted in the subconscious, rather than simply combating the symptoms. Psychosomatic theory, although sometimes contested in the traditional medical field, pushes us to reconsider our approach to health, recognizing the power of the subconscious mind as a fundamental ally on the path to well-being. Dr. Parker reveals to us a fundamental aspect of our being. The foundations of our personality, nestled deeply in the subconscious mind, are the fulcrum around which all the internal dynamics that can influence our state of well-being revolve. The individual is asked to relax, to enter a state of passive reception, almost drowsy, in which the objective senses are attenuated, leaving room for total openness towards the therapist's suggestion. At this time, words of encouragement and perfect health creep into the subconscious mind, bringing relief and, in some cases, complete healing. This process is effective because, in this state of deep relaxation, conscious resistance is minimized, allowing the subconscious mind to fully accept the suggestion without the interference of doubt or criticism. The result is a broad consensus on a principle. The effectiveness of one's theory is demonstrated by the results obtained. This belief encompasses a wide range of healing practices and theories, from hypnotic suggestion to the sending of a hypothetical magnetic fluid to the denial of such methods as mere superstructures. Psychiatrists, psychologists, osteopaths, chiropractors, doctors, and representatives of different faiths agree, despite theoretical differences, on the existence of a single universal principle of healing: faith. This faith is not a mere act of religious belief, but a mental attitude of positivity and certainty that acts as a powerful prompt to the subconscious mind, unleashing its healing abilities. Healing, therefore, does not depend on the diversity of methods or theories, but on the strength of this faith, on the ability to establish a safe and positive expectation that catalyzes the healing process. A tangible example of this principle was documented by the Los Angeles Examiner, who reported the results of an experiment conducted at the University of Redlands. Dr. William R. Parker's guidance, the effectiveness of prayer therapy was tested on a group of patients suffering from conditions such as tuberculosis, arthritis, and ulcers. Patients who integrated prayer therapy into their usual psychological group therapy showed significant progress compared to those who followed only the standard treatment. Surprising healing stories, such as that of a patient with a stomach ulcer who disappeared after 3 weeks of prayer and group therapy, or that of a teacher who overcame years of stuttering thanks to prayer therapy, testify to the power of this approach. Even more serious cases, such as that of a professor who retired due to tuberculosis and then returned to teaching after following prayer therapy with negative medical test results, confirm the effectiveness of this method. These findings not only highlight the power of the subconscious mind and faith as catalysts for healing, but invite broader reflection on the role of beliefs and mental attitude in our physical and mental health. Faith, understood as unconditional trust in the healing potential of the mind, emerges as the true engine of change, bringing well-being and healing where traditional medicine meets its limits. To overcome alcoholism, it is crucial to obtain the cooperation of the subconscious mind, causing it to accept the deep belief that the individual can free himself from the addiction without generating internal conflicts. The sleep technique emerges as a powerful tool for influencing the subconscious, inviting the person to enter a state of drowsiness in which the conscious mind is reduced to a minimum, promoting an ideal environment for acceptance of the suggestion. The French school of 1910 emphasizes that the most favorable moment to influence the subconscious is right before falling asleep, when the presence of the subconscious intensifies and negative thoughts, which could hinder the healing process, are less intense. A simple but effective technique tested by an individual with 40 years of addiction consists in relaxing body and mind, entering a semi-sleep state, and repeating, like a sort of mantra, positive phrases regarding freedom from the habit, the prevalence of sobriety and tranquility. This practice, performed consistently every night and morning for 3 weeks, has been shown to significantly reduce, even eliminate, the desire to drink. The importance of repeating the affirmation with growing emotional conviction proves essential to strengthen the impulse towards healing. The story of a man in Rochester, New York, exemplifies the healing journey through this technique. Although he had stopped drinking for months, episodes of relapse demonstrated that the repression of the will was not enough to definitively eradicate the desire. With perseverance and the methodical application of positive affirmations, he was able to profoundly influence his subconscious, transforming the desire into a mental image of himself free from alcohol. The comparison of the conscious mind as a camera and the subconscious as the sensitive plate on which the image is imprinted vividly illustrates this process of internal transformation. In summary, this practice is not only a sound psychological technique, but also an effective method for transferring healing ideas into the subconscious, emphasizing the importance of vision, desire, and faith as key elements in overcoming alcoholism. By maintaining faith and focus on the healing vision, even in moments of doubt and uncertainty, you mobilize a powerful force from the subconscious, which supports the path to healing and overcoming addiction. The real challenge for many is not the lack of external resources, but the inability to exploit the inexhaustible reserves of the subconscious mind. In times of economic crisis or financial loss, many feel vulnerable, unaware that the key to security and prosperity lies within themselves. A limited mindset can lead to poverty, while a mind enriched with beliefs of abundance naturally attracts what is needed to thrive. Man is not destined to live in poverty. It is possible to be rich, have abundance, and satisfy every need. Words can transform your reality, eliminating faulty beliefs and implanting principles of success and prosperity. In my 35 years of conversations, the author writes, I noticed a common complaint. Despite repeated claims of wealth and prosperity, many saw no change. The problem lies not in the words, but in the lack of inner conviction. Repeating that you are prosperous without truly believing, it is like lying to yourself. I have met those who, declaring they were thriving, admitted feeling worse because these statements did not reflect their inner reality and were rejected by the conscious mind, generating the opposite result. Autosuggestion works best when it is specific and does not generate internal conflicts. To overcome these obstacles, it is useful to practice affirmations that do not cause internal resistance, especially before sleeping. Saying, I am thriving in all my interests, is an example of an effective statement that doesn't raise contradictions. A businessman faced with declining sales found relief by repeating with conviction, my sales are improving every day. I am progressing and getting richer, stimulating cooperation between the conscious and subconscious minds. This simple yet powerful approach serves to imbue the subconscious mind with the idea of wealth, demonstrating that regardless of your current situation, you can invoke success and prosperity through the strength of personal beliefs. Repeating these words for about 5 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day, can have a profound impact: wealth and success. These terms are not mere words, but symbols of the intrinsic power of the subconscious mind. By quieting your mind and focusing on this inner power, conditions and circumstances corresponding to the nature of wealth and success will begin to manifest in your life. It's not about declaring to yourself, I'm successful or I'm rich in a superficial way, but about recognizing and inhabiting the real powers that reside within you, without running into internal conflicts. By relying on these ideas, a feeling of wealth and success will naturally emerge within you. It is crucial to maintain this awareness at all times, viewing the subconscious mind as a universal bank that accepts your every deposit, whether positive or negative. Negative statements like, there's not enough for everyone, or I'm going to lose my mortgage, can only amplify the lack. The key is to convince the subconscious that wealth is an innate right and that financial resources are abundant, thus ensuring constant prosperity. Simply believing that money depends solely on work or hours worked is a narrow idea, which only leads to more shortages. Remember, it is your mental attitude that determines your financial condition. Envying others for their wealth is counterproductive. Instead, expressing happiness at the prosperity of others can reverse the trend, attracting more wealth to you. If you ever catch yourself criticizing or feeling envious of the success of others, immediately affirm your desire to see these people prosper even more. This will cancel out negative thoughts and increase your wealth. Those who continue to struggle with money often criticize those who are successful, expressing envy and resentment. Such behavior only drives away wealth. It is essential to understand that criticizing and condemning others for their financial well-being is the quickest way to reject wealth. The real opportunity lies not in blaming others for the lack of financial support, but in recognizing that the secret to wealth lies in the appropriate use of one's mind and the infinite resources available in the subconscious mind. Worrying about or criticizing someone who you believe is accumulating wealth dishonestly only serves to distract from your personal growth. Recognize that anyone who acts negatively is simply misusing the laws of the mind, but it is important to focus on your path without falling into the trap of criticism. If you are faced with financial obstacles, remember that the origin of those barriers lies in your mind. You have the power to demolish these mental blocks and harmonize your thoughts with abundance. Before falling asleep, get in tune with the universe and those around you, freeing yourself from resentments or negativity. A simple but powerful technique to activate the resources of the subconscious mind consists in repeating the word wealth softly and with conviction, as if it were a lullaby that accompanies you in sleep. This exercise, performed regularly, can produce surprising results, attracting avalanches of abundance towards you. This approach demonstrates once again the incredible power hidden in the subconscious mind, ready to manifest when invoked with faith and openness. The secret to solving complex problems, such as preventing a divorce before you even get married, lies in understanding and harnessing the powers of the subconscious mind. Ignorance of these internal capacities is often the root of marital problems. Instead of focusing on what seems impossible to you, such as finding the ideal partner, it is essential to reprogram your subconscious mind with a positive approach, eliminating any trace of doubt or negativity. If, for example, you are looking for the right partner, avoid listing the reasons why you think you can't find love. Instead, focus on all the reasons why you deserve a happy, fulfilling relationship. It is essential to erase any form of limitation or negativity from your vocabulary by adopting an open mind to possibilities. An effective technique is to take the time to visualize the characteristics and qualities you want in a mate, imprinting these ideas into your subconscious mind. You can do this by sitting quietly, closing your eyes, relaxing deeply, and conducting an internal dialogue with your subconscious mind. Clearly communicate the qualities you admire and desire in a partner, such as honesty, loyalty, kindness, faithfulness, and prosperity. By firmly believing in the law of attraction, you will be able to attract a person who reflects the beliefs and feelings you have harbored within you. This process will not only guide you towards fulfillment in love, but will also open the way to endless possibilities in other areas of your life. Thinking positively will activate the circulation of creative ideas and innovative solutions coming from your subconscious, which can translate into material wealth or professional success. As demonstrated by stories of individuals who have turned their passions or insights into tangible sources of income, the subconscious mind is an inexhaustible reservoir of ideas ready to be explored. Ultimately, regardless of economic fluctuations or the value of currencies, true wealth lies in the ability to access and utilize the potential of your subconscious. By embracing this understanding, you will open yourself to a world of abundance, regardless of external circumstances, because true treasure is found in the wealth of ideas and possibilities you can generate from within. Cultivate the burning desire to offer the best of yourself. Love, devotion, and cooperation reside within your being. Be open to this gift of love that you have bestowed upon your subconscious mind. In a marriage, honesty, sincerity, kindness, and integrity must be manifestations of mutual love, essential for an authentic and sincere union. A marriage devoid of these fundamental qualities, based on material or selfish interests, is devoid of truth and heart. True security in a relationship comes not from external factors such as money or social status, but from understanding the interaction between the conscious and subconscious mind and applying it correctly. A person's wealth and well-being, regardless of family background or partner, derive from the conscious use of one's inner powers and the application of the laws of the mind in a constructive way. Getting married for financial reasons or for revenge is a distortion of true love, which should be based on freedom, mutual respect, and a feeling of unity. The law of the mind reflects the internal to the external. What is nurtured in the subconscious mind will manifest itself in reality. The subconscious mind can also guide us in everyday matters, such as searching for lost objects, providing intuitive answers when we trust it with faith. As fertile earth welcomes every seed planted, so the subconscious mind accepts our beliefs and impressions, producing results based on the nature of what was sown. It is indifferent to the quality of what it produces, whether it is abundance or lack, faithfully reflecting the content of our profound beliefs. This teaches us the importance of consciously planting thoughts, feelings, and beliefs in our subconscious mind that we wish to see flourish in our lives. With this awareness, we can direct the course of our existence towards abundance, happiness, and success, relying on the immutable laws of our inner mind. Just as happens with the subconscious mind, which is a neutral and impersonal agent, incapable of discerning good from evil on its own. It welcomes what you deposit, both positive and negative, and manifests it into your reality. It is therefore crucial to learn to use the subconscious mind constructively and wisely, as you will receive guidance and inspiration primarily on the topics you give the most thought to. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between people and does not judge your intentions. If, for example, you begin to contemplate how to set fire to a building without being detected, it will provide you with ideas on how to use fire destructively. This does not mean that the energy itself is negative. Like atomic energy, it can be used for both constructive and destructive purposes, depending on the intentions of those who use it. Before we dive into the last part of this video book, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. If this video has inspired you or given you food for thought, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and activate the bell so you don't miss any future updates. Thank you. If you focus your thoughts on fears, problems, and failures, you will be guided towards negative experiences, increasing chaos and confusion in your life. It is crucial to remember that there is nothing to fear in the universe, being in control through the conscious use of the subconscious mind. To overcome fear, Emerson recommends directly facing what scares you, since by doing so, the fear will die. This approach requires a firm decision in the conscious mind to overcome your fears, thereby unleashing the power of the subconscious mind in response to your positive thoughts. A practical example of this process is overcoming the fear of public speaking through affirmation and positive visualization, convincing the subconscious that you can and will overcome the fear, resulting in calm and controlled action. The subconscious mind is highly receptive and susceptible to suggestion. By relaxing the mind and nourishing it with positive thoughts, these ideas infiltrate the subconscious, growing and producing effects according to their nature. Thus, by calmly facing challenges such as an audition or a public speech, you will be able to draw on your inner strength and overcome fears, demonstrating the powerful synergy between the conscious and subconscious mind. This young woman, gifted with an exceptional voice, had previously been paralyzed by stage fright during 3 auditions, during which she sang the wrong notes and became distraught. This reaction was the result of involuntary autosuggestion, a fearful thought deeply rooted in his subconscious. To overcome this fear, says the author, I taught her a simple technique. 3 times a day, she had to isolate herself in a room, sit comfortably, relax her body, close her eyes, and calm her mind and body. This state of physical inertia favors mental passivity, making the mind more open to positive suggestions. He was then to repeat slowly and with conviction the affirmation, I sing beautifully, I have confidence, and I am at peace. This phrase was to be repeated silently, deeply feeling the words 5 to 10 times during each session, practicing this exercise 3 times a day and especially before going to sleep. After a week of constant practice, she had achieved complete serenity and self-confidence, passing the next audition brilliantly without giving in to fear. This technique is not only effective in overcoming stage fright, but has also proven useful for college students and teachers dealing with suggestive amnesia during exams. The common cause of this difficulty is the fear of failure, which induces a state of temporary amnesia. A young medical student, despite being the brightest in his class, found it difficult to answer simple questions during written and oral exams due to pre-exam anxiety. I explained to him that negative thoughts and fear had imprinted themselves in his subconscious, negatively affecting his performance. In all these cases, the crucial point is to understand that the subconscious mind accepts what is given to it, whether positive or negative, and manifests it in the individual's reality. Learning to nourish the subconscious with positive thoughts and affirmations of confidence and serenity can profoundly transform personal experience, overcoming fears, and unlocking true potential. This young man, facing his fears of failure before the exams, involuntarily sent the command to his subconscious to fail. And so he did, manifesting a case of suggestive amnesia on the day of the exam. A well-known French psychologist, Baudin, underlined that to overcome fear, it is necessary to educate the imagination. Aware that the subconscious serves as a storehouse for every knowledge acquired, the young man adopted an approach of relaxation, trust, and positive visualization. Every night and morning, he imagined scenes of success, such as receiving congratulations from his mother, thus strengthening his confidence and overcoming his fear. Through this visualization practice and belief in the omnipotent power of the subconscious, the young man achieved an excellent result, overcoming his previous fears and mental blocks. Using the formula, I sought the Lord and He delivered me from all my fears, which symbolizes faith in the ability of the subconscious to guide and protect, he managed to expel all fears. This story demonstrates that by understanding and applying techniques to communicate effectively with the subconscious, it is possible to free yourself from fears and obstacles, achieving success and peace of mind. The episode of Learning to Swim, Overcoming the Fear of Water by Asserting Mastery over the Element, further illustrates how to face and conquer one's fears through concrete actions and the power of the subconscious mind. Fear turned out to be just a shadow in my mind, a ghost without substance. By changing my mindset and relying on the almighty power of the subconscious, I found strength, faith, and trust that allowed me to triumph. Over time, I learned to tune into the subconscious mind until I felt it, in turn, begin to guide me. I would like to share a process and technique that I have taught many to overcome their fears, a method that has worked wonderfully for many. If your fear involves water, heights, an important interview or closed places, here's what you can do. Isolate yourself in a quiet place, sit comfortably, and imagine yourself successfully facing what scares you. If you fear water, visualize yourself swimming, feeling the water around you and the smooth movement of your body. This subjective experience, repeated daily for a few minutes, will imprint the image in your subconscious mind, then pushing you to manifest what you have visualized. It is the law of the subconscious. What you feed in your inner mind will manifest itself in your reality. One executive told me that when he was a salesman, he felt the weight of anxiety before every customer appointment. One day, his sales manager made him understand that behind the door, there was no monster waiting for him, but only a false belief. By facing your fears, looking them in the eyes, they dissolve, losing all power. So, if a challenge seems insurmountable, face it. Tell yourself that you are capable, that you will make it. This positive thought will stimulate the subconscious to generate feelings of confidence and joy for the success achieved. Fear is just a thought, but trust is a much more powerful and transformative feeling. During World War II, a chaplain had to parachute in an emergency situation. Despite the fear, he understood that there are two types of fear: a normal one, which serves as an alarm for our self-preservation, and an abnormal one, which paralyzes us. By speaking to himself, he managed to transform fear into a desire for security, relying on the infinite intelligence that guides the universe, convinced that the same principle would guide him out of the jungle. This firm belief in the guiding power of the subconscious helped him overcome a moment of extreme danger. These examples demonstrate how, by educating our imagination and nourishing the subconscious mind with positive thoughts, we can transform fear into confidence and success, thus overcoming the barriers that separate us from our goals. Well, we have finished with this video. See you next time from Audiobooks to Listen to.